Okay. Yes, sir.
How are you doing?
Doing great, Michael. We're excited about having you as a guest on the show.
Excited to always be wanted, man. So we appreciate you at radio.
Oh, definitely. So our guest today is Michael Lardie. He is known from Great White and Night Ranger. We're going to be discussing their upcoming tour in 2026, and there's a lot to discuss with that tour. Now, the great thing is for our fans here in Cincinnati, you have two stops that are nearby. You have the Huber Heights in Ohio on August 29th, but you also have July 31st down in Louisville, Kentucky. So two places where people can go see you.
We're looking forward to that. That 29th date will be fun. That'll be with Brett Michaels, and then I believe the date on the 31st with Queensryche. Both great bands, and we have so much fun playing shows together when we do. So yeah, we're ready to get into your neck of the woods and
Oh, definitely. Yeah, especially that, like you said, that August 29th with Brett and Pete Evick, who's an amazing guitarist. Love having him on the show from time to time. And yeah, Brett always brings some nice giants with him, so it makes it fun.
yes, a great rock day for sure.
Definitely. So, how's things treating you today?
We are in beginning of 11 days off from touring. We've been pretty hard at it since January. In the winter months, that's quite a bit more than we usually do, and we've had a very busy May and June. So it's nice to take a breather for a second, but we're ready to get back out and rock. We've got a day all the way up in Northfield, I think on the 10th of this month, coming up here. So we're looking forward to that one. And just keep playing the shows. I mean, we're on track for 50 this year, which is a strong year for us. When we do the weekend warrior thing, we go out on a Thursday, play a Friday and Saturday, or Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and come home and wash the clothes and turn around and do it again.
Nice. Sounds like fun. I was going to say, speaking of 50, you've been nearly 50 years entertaining fans. How do you connect across multiple generations?
One of the things that has always proven to me that what makes whether or not a band lasts is the quality of songs. And we've been lucky enough as a group of people to compose some material that seems to be able to span over generations. One of my greatest compliments that I've had, in the last 10 years is to be up there playing and see like a 10-year-old kid singing the lyrics to House of Broken Love. I mean, you know that their parents or their grandparents have passed that music on to them and that they get it and they want to come see us. I mean, it's the greatest compliment to know that somebody that is uh, 60 or 70 is passing the music on to their youngins. So it's the greatest compliment I can think of.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, you've got such great hits, Rock Me, the Angels song, Once Bitten, Twice Shy, and the list goes on from there. I mean, there are so many great timeless hits. Speaking of timeless, I love how the fact that you're able to perform so many aspects of the band. I mean, guitarist, keyboardist, producer, engineer. How many hats do you actually wear?
I think my closet's getting a little crowded, but no, seriously, it's a great joy to be able to work in this band, and the band has the trust in me to contribute what I can to the Great White situation. And I came up as a performer slash engineer and learned how to produce from some of the greats, guys that work with the Beatles and Jimi Hendrix, and over the years, and it's been a great ride, to be able to implement all of those things that I've learned how to do.
Definitely. And I know this one's just about the Great White, but you also have such strong experience with Night Ranger. That must be great to be able to be influencing two amazing bands.
Well, it was I took a break in 2001. So, Mark and Jack could do solo records, and, I could produce some other people. And it was funny because Jack Blades called me up and said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I just work in the studio, just, do my thing." And he goes, "I started to come out and play some keyboards for us." And I was like, "Wow, okay." I mean, Night Ranger, musician, they're all fantastic. I would say that I would missed playing guitar with Night Ranger, but how are you gonna add to Brad Gillis and Jeff Watson? I mean, it was kind of like, okay, but it was a great experience to be connected with the guys, and they actually took us out on a tour in '87 that was very instrumental in helping us break the song "Rock Me," and because of that, we've always had this great appreciation of them and this connection with them, and Jack Blades and I were thick as thieves, from the very beginning. So it's been a great relationship for nearly 40 years.
Definitely. And then the thing I love about this tour is that you're especially honoring your former frontman, Jack Russell.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people would say that, how was, somewhat acrimonious in the last, 10 years between the two factions of the band. But, I have the greatest respect, and, I got to actually record all those great vocals, and, for those songs over the years. Jack and I were very close, during that time, and he is definitely missed. He was absolutely one of the best. I put him up there with Plant and Steve Perry and all those guys. I mean, Jack's voice was just absolutely incredible, and I got to be a part of making that, make people be able to hear that.
Definitely. Yeah, I was going to say that's some great experiences that you had over the years. And speaking of great experiences, our fans are going to have great experiences on July 31st in Louisville, Kentucky, and August 29th in Huber Heights, Ohio, where you're rocking out Great White and Bret Michaels. Where's the best place for them to get tickets for it?
You could get them at officialgreatwhite.com and, all the other normal places, of course. But, we're so grateful to our fans and grateful to you, James, for the connection that we still have with radio. Because if it wasn't for you guys and the fans, we wouldn't still have a career 40 years later.
Well, you do. You have an amazing career going, and you have the fans loving you. So yeah, things are going great. I'm hoping because the Huber Heights one is around my wife's birthday. I'm trying to get tickets for that to take her up there. I think that would be really fun for her. She's turning 48, so I think it'll be would be a really cool experience for her.
48. Tell her I told her she's a puppy.
She'll love that. And then while we're got you on here, do you have any music in the works? Any either Great White or on your own?
Well, the thing about being a songwriter, that's one of the components of what it is you do as a human. Every day we're constantly working on songs. We've got 3 or 4 things that we're pretty happy with, and we're hoping to get a few more in the basket. And it's all just trying to coordinate everyone's schedule because, the way we tour now, everybody lives, wherever they want to live. Not everybody has to live in Los Angeles. So it's a matter of, blocking out the plan to go in the studio. But we're absolutely thinking about that in the fairly near future.
Definitely. And with how well the tour is going, it seems like the fans are clamoring for some new music.
Well, we're definitely getting ready to lay that on some folks.
Excellent. Well, Michael, it has been a pleasure having you on the show. Thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you.
You too. That was a great interview. We enjoyed having Michael Lardie from Great White. Really nice fella. And like we said a couple other times, but we're going to say it again because you can't say it enough. July 31st, Louisville, Kentucky. August 29th, Huber Heights, Ohio. And it's going to be both great shows. Of course, the Huber Heights has got Brett and Pete. We love Pete. Pete's awesome. So thank you for joining us.